Whenever Hausas come as strangers and find they're given a place to settle down and carry on their trade as strangers, they call it Sango or Zongo. Is that not so?
Zango, my lord.
Zango, yes. We call it Sango. That's how we understand it.
Okay, my lord.
Yes. So that expression, Sango or Zango, stands for stranger elements who have been accommodated in indigenous areas. Is that not so?
That is not so. Yes, let me explain. That is not so, and I mean it.
Are you indigenous to, are your people in Zion, Hausas in Ota, indigenous to Ota, Sango Ota?
They can be indigenous. It all depends.
Okay, tell us your definition of indigenous.
Thank you. Indigenous, really, I mean, by the definition of Nigerian Constitution, it gives you indigenship. Or you want me just to really, I mean, give you an...
Give us the Hausa definition of indigenous. Leave the Constitution alone.
All right. In my own view, if you stay...
Don't give us your personal view. How do you know the indigenous to mean? How do your people consider the expression indigenous? What does it mean to you, to your people, not you personally?
To our people, being indigenous in an environment is to have been, at least in the first instance, born there. If you are born and your own great parents came to the place for whatever reason, and they stayed there up to the time that you are also born, you regard yourself as indigenous. It's as simple as that. Yes.
Is that so?
That is so, my lord.
Right. Okay. So when you first get there, when your ancestors first get there, they are usually given the land as strangers by the owners to occupy. All right. Is that not so?
That is not true. They were never given any land by anybody, any kind of people.
So in Sango Ota, the Hausas who come there, they just capture the land and begin to live there.
You see that there are different perspectives.
Will you answer my question? Are you saying in such places, when the Hausas get into a strange country for the first time, they just take over the land, capture it, and become indigenous?
Our own case is different.
Who are you? Who are you?
We, the Hausa community inside Zango town.
Oh, I see.
That is it.
So yours in Zango are different. That's exactly your problem. You see, that is your problem. Yeah. You have a twisted interpretation of meaning of indigenous. You are strangers. In most part of Nigeria, if strangers are accommodated and given land to reside by indigenous owners, they remain on the land for as long as they behave themselves. The moment they misconduct themselves, they are ejected through the courts. Sorry.
My lord, that is your opinion, my lord. That is your opinion, because
that is my knowledge of the law. That is my knowledge
facts
of the law.
about where Kata people came from is contained in our own exhibit. Because of time, we will not be able to be heard properly, so that we could read these things out to you. Nobody came from heaven to a place to live in a place.
You see,
you know, numerical strength of Kata community had given them such kind of a, I mean, I would say,
witness.
Right.
Yes.
No,
council,
just because
council
of the
heard
nature of our community.
Witness.
We're settlers.
Look, we all want to work hard to create something better than what we saw. In that attempt, we will not ignore history. No.
Certainly, sir.
The history may not be the correct thing today. But let's accept it existed like this before. We want it this way now.
Yes.
Then it's easy.
But sir,
every community has some people who came first. Those who came second, those who came third.
Yes.
And the law is asking, those who came first will regard themselves as first settlers. Yes. Those who came after them. But we want to integrate. The aim here is to see if we can integrate everybody.
Exactly.
And find a new word in our vocabulary, leave this indigenous or no indigenous.
Exactly.
If we can substitute, say, residence.
Yes. Yes.
That has not been done, but that's what we are asking, if it can be done.
Yes.
If I'm born in Jos, brought up in Jos, lived there 200 years, if anybody can live 200 years, I'm still regarded as a stranger. We say that is not good enough. But let's see what the history was before I can change it.
Yes.
But this issue really had to do with the fact that the Kata people came from Kargi. They came from Kargi. Let me just say, we were there before them. And you know, what is contained there, you see, their numerical strength really, has given them such kind of a right and perception for the Nigerian public to think that they came before us.
You see, that
is history. That is history. You might accept or reject.
Mr. Bisallah, yes. I am going to leave this topic now. But I'm going to leave you with this, that the main cause of the problem in Zango area, and it will continue to be, is that your people who gather together from all over the country and settle there as strangers are not ready to accept that you are or were originally accepted and given land in that area. You are settlers, you are strangers there. The people have accepted you. And unless you accept the fact that you are strangers in the area, instead of claiming to be original owners, there will never be peace in that place. There will never be peace if you still contend that you own the land as against the Atiaps, notwithstanding the fact that Zango is one tiny little spot right in the middle of Kataf land. Did you jump from the sky right into that place?
My Lord, did the Kataf people jump from the sky to be where they are today? They have not really, everybody really, came from somewhere. And the issue is this, really, just because of their numerical strength, and because of the now tendencies in the Nigerian politics.
I've told you,
there's this sort of grand sympathy for the Kata community that they own that land that we are on.
I've told you,
which is really, not true. And we continue to disagree. Yes. Except, of course, if Kata do not want us to live together with them. Then we can have their terms. Let's have the terms of for us to live and move back to wherever we come from. We are not ashamed to say where we come from. This is our people. We are always ready to tell the truth about ourselves. We will never hide our identity.
I will keep to my promise to leave you with the matter there. But that's my advice to you and your people. Your father was born in Gora.
No, yes, my father was born in Gora.
Huh?
Exactly, sir. He was born in Gora, a Kataf settlement. That's correct.
Exactly.
By his father, who went there because of his profession.
Yes.
And he grew up, let me tell you more, he grew up with the present chief of Kataf. That is true.
Your father's father...
He was his age mate.
Your father's father went to Gora.
Yes, that's
from where?
My grandfather.
From where?
Let me tell you, let me say
from
this.
Where?
Normally in Zango Kataf,
will you answer? Will you?
From Zango town. From Zango town. It was his profession that took him there.
He came from Kano. You have Kano origin, aren't you?
I am.
Exactly.
I'm not ashamed to say who I am.
Yes.
I'm telling you this.
And you are indigenous.
I'm not ashamed to say what I am.
You are indigenous to Kano.
I beg your pardon, sir.
You are indigenous to Kano.
No, I'm indigenous to Zango Kataf. Let me tell you. Yes.
Now,
I'm indigenous to Zango Kataf.
Let me move on. Your father's house in Zango has been rebuilt has been rebuilt. Is that not so?
That is not true. It has not been really completely rebuilt.
I see.
That is what I also really mentioned to the commission.
Oh, all right. Okay. Let us look at it very closely. Is there a roof on top of the house?
None at all.
Eh?
None.
There is no roof.
That's right. That's right, my lord.
Wasn't it part of the program of the Kaduna state government?
It was.
I see. But about 1,000 houses at least have been built in Zango Kataf.
I wouldn't be able to know. I don't have the statistics.
Roughly, give us a rough idea.
I would not be able to, my lord. I wouldn't be able to.
You won't even give a rough idea to help us?
Constructed, you said.
Yes.
You see, when you say constructed, it doesn't mean completed. The
constructed and completed and roofed.
No, I think I could say about maybe 50. 50.
I leave that. The members of the tribunal have commission have seen the place.
Yes,
so
exactly.
So that's a matter for your credibility.